RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Citizens for Dave Hilla. Vote yes to retain Judge Hilla.
Was able to corral the football and start with it, Staunton at about their 28-29 yard line here. And important matchup here, Dennis. You got 2, 3, and 4 teams. The winner is going to keep their playoff hopes alive. Loser, well, week 9 is going to be all she wrote for somebody.
It's that time of year. Stretch run, last couple games of the season, and big games. Both these teams 3 and 4. And Jake Broom leading the Staunton Bulldogs at quarterback. Drops straight back. He's going to throw. Down the middle of the field, he has a man, and it's caught in Roxana territory. And now they take it away as he goes down, but they're going to say he was down at the 30-yard line. So a big catch there by number 21, and that was Austin Holloway. He hauled that ball in at around the 40-yard line. They take him down near the 30, and that's a big first down play.
Yeah, they list him as a wide receiver, but kind of lined up as a tight end. Just took that one right down the middle, and a big gain right off the bat. Man, from the 28 down to the 30, you're talking about a 42-yard gain right off the bat.
Broom will hand it off inside this time, and the runner hit, and then he takes a shell tackler with him as he gets down to about the 25-yard line, or excuse me, the 35-yard line. And it'll be second down.
Bo Davis on the carry. Couldn't get a whole lot there. Picks up about, he gets 6 yards on the play, so good yards on first down.
I shouldn't have second-guessed myself. I was right. It was the 25. From the 24-yard line, now a handoff over the right side, and there's a loss of a couple on that play as they hand it off to David Vaughn, and he gets dropped for a loss. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 now.
Well, it's pretty obvious right off the bat. We can see that Staunton, they're not afraid to take that football down the field, and that time losing a yard is David Vaughn, who was one of the backmen on the kickoffs, and it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 5 here at 25-yard line. I'm thinking this is 4-down territory, though.
Broom from the shotgun. Waits on the snap. A good one. It'll roll left. Looking downfield. Now let it fly. Has a man down in the corner with good coverage, but somehow he hauls it in. I think that was Holloway again down near the goal line pulling that one in. No, it wasn't. It was David Vaughn who pulled that in, and what a catch going over top of the defender.
When Broom let that thing go, I'm thinking that was an interception all the way. And somehow, nice play by David Vaughn to readjust to the ball there. Take that one, a big 3rd down conversion all the way down to the 2-yard line.
From the 2, handoff inside, and they'll get maybe a half a yard. And a little bit closer, will set up 2nd down and goal now, and not much over that right side. Broom with the keeper that time for Staunton. He'll trot over to the sidelines to get the play, and now back to the huddle, facing 2nd down and goal from the 1. Staunton to the line, just underway, first quarter action.
So we're going to give him a yard there?
About a yard. Sneak again. Broom sticks his head in there.
And he got it.
Yeah, looks like they may have stopped him again. So it's going to be 3rd down and short. He picks up another half yard. Well, if he gets a half yard on 3 plays, he'll finally get it in there, man.
Yeah, I would think a half and a half equals 1, and he needed 1 basically, so he picked up a half of it there. But he's had 2 cracks at it now from the 2 and has picked up about a yard and a half. So Shell's defense holding serve right now and keeping Staunton out of the end zone. But I'm sure they're going to take 2 swipes at it here if they don't get it on 3rd down.
Broom under center, going to turn it, hand it off right side, and there's a hole that's big enough for the running back to scoot through there.
Bo Davis, number 6.
Davis takes a 1-yard run, and Staunton out in front 6-0 here as we just get started first quarter action.
Well, they marched right down the field and took that one 72 yards, and a couple of big pass plays really set up this drive, and a good start for the visitors here.
Extra point attempt. The kick is up. It's on the way and good, and the Staunton Bulldogs have broke out on top here 7-0. First quarter action from Roxana. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork, and now the Staunton Bulldogs set to kick off, and the kickoff fielded at about the 25-yard line. Return man Jordan Briggs takes it out to about the 35, and the Shells will have decent field position to start here 1st and 10.
Short kick, and I don't know if that was by design or not, but Roxana will get good field position here to start their offensive drives for the night, and we'll do it with freshman quarterback Chance Foss, who's stepped in and done a nice job since the injury to Nick Hand that sidelined him for the rest of the year.
Man in motion is Briggs. He'll take the handoff, try to get around the end. He'll be stopped as he gets to near the 40-yard line. That'll set up 2nd down for the Shells. Got about 2 yards on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Well, anytime you talk to Pat Keith, the Roxana coach, he'll always talk about as Jordan Briggs goes, we go. So you know he's going to be a focal point here tonight. I'm sure Staunton's very well aware of that. They're going to be keying on him for most of this night.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Shells as they come to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a man split wide left. That's Zachary Mundy. 2 wingbacks left and right, now 1 in motion, and then the handoff will go up the middle, and a decent hole to run through there and out to near the midfield stripe. On the carry, the Shells running back, Levi Wallace with his first carry of the night.
Good yards there, picks up about 6. It's going to be 3rd and 2 here at the 45-yard line, and found a nice little seam right in the middle of the defense there, and was able to split it, pick up some decent yards, and Shells faced with their first 3rd down.
They'll send Monday split wide left again. Under center, the quarterback, the freshman. Sends Briggs in motion, and he's going to hand it off inside again. And this time, the entire front defensive line looked there like they were there for Staunton, and they'll push Wallace back for a yard.
Well, they looked like they were fake there and run the bootleg. Foss tried to fake that, and just a little belly option, and Staunton they were aware of it the whole time, and he lost a yard on the play, and looks like Pat Keith is sending out his punt team.
There's Jordan Briggs, the punter. He's got a good snap and a decent punt. Sends the return man back to the 25. Now he makes a move. He's across the 30, 35, 40-yard line, now to the midfield stripe where he's taken out of bounds, and a good return from the Staunton return man there. Number 2 on the return for Staunton, and that is Samuel Allison.
Very nice return there. He took it at about his own 23-yard line and got himself out here to the near side towards us here. We're in the booth, and gets it out past the 40 to about actually got it past midfield stripe, actually at the Roxana 49-yard line. So good starting field position here for Staunton. Scored on their initial drive, looking for more points here, beginning in Roxana territory.
7-0 our score, and here's a pitch. They'll try the left side, turning it up with not much running room there is number 3, David Vaughn. He'll gain maybe a yard And it's going to set up second down and 9.
Good pursuit there, and Vaughn gets back to about the line of scrimmage. Picks up nothing. Charlie Sheets makes the play. Tried to cut back inside and wasn't able to get a seam there.
Second down, and we'll call it 9. 2 receivers split wide right, a wing back on that side from the shotgun. Broom waits, and he'll roll right. Looking downfield, firing, and in and out of the hands. Defense there by Jordan Briggs, and the receiver Allison wanting a flag there. That's good defense.
I think the Staunton sideline felt that the contact came before the football got there. But the officials ruled it was a good play, and a good play by Jordan Briggs to break up that play. This quarterback's pretty mobile. Looks like he can get out of the pocket and doesn't mind throwing the ball on the run. That was a pretty nice throw there, trying to get it to Samuel Allison. Good, nice, solid throw there. Just better defense.
And we've seen him go pretty deep on that throw, too. A good arm on this young quarterback.
Not afraid to chuck it, certainly.
Jake Broom waits in the shotgun here. Third down and 9. He's looking right side, and he'll fire it out there. Hit as he lets go of it, and it's going to end up on the Roxana sidelines, incomplete. Bo Davis.
They tried to go to his fullback out here along the right sideline, and he had him open for a moment, but maybe rushed the throw just a little too quickly there. He had some pursuit and pressure coming in his face, forced him to get rid of that ball sooner than he wanted.
And now Staunton lines up in punt formation as they'll punt it away here on 4th down and 9 from the Roxana 49-yard line.
So they're able to go nowhere after that good field position.
It's snapped back, and a high punt headed down the right side. And it will bounce near the sidelines, and now take a Roxana roll as Staunton will jump on it before it gets too far down the field at about the 25-yard line.
So the Roxana defense does its job there after terrific field position for Staunton. They don't gain any yards on that drive, and Roxana will get it at about its own 24-yard line. Down 7-0. 5:38 to go in the first quarter.
Shells have the football back. And Chance Foss under center will give it to Briggs, trying to get around the end, but he's cut off there. No gain, maybe a yard at most. That's going to set up second down for the Shells.
Well, they definitely need Jordan Briggs to get involved offensively here tonight if they're going to have any success moving the football. And so far, the Staunton defense has gotten pretty good pursuit, getting into the Roxana backfield and limiting. He's only had 2 touches, but he's only have 2 yards on the play. So
second down and 9 coming up for the Shells on senior night from Roxana. They'll send Zachary Monday split wide left. Briggs lined up as a wingback on that side in the slot. He'll go in motion now, and they'll fake it to him as Foss rolls out, looking downfield, has a man. It's complete near the midfield stripe and into Staunton territory goes the receiver down at the 45-yard line. Number 10, Austin Todd with a reception there.
And another very similar to what the Staunton quarterback Broom likes to do. That time the freshman Foss rolls out to his right, throws a nice strike out there, and Todd makes a nice catch over the shoulder where only the receiver can make the play. Picks up good yards on it, takes it to the Staunton 48, gets 17 on the play.
Foss under center. Single back behind him, sends his wing back in motion from the right side, and he'll give it off to Briggs coming from the other side, and Briggs will stick his head down and pick up a yard or so over the right side to bring up second down. A little misdirection there as they send a man in motion to the left side and then give it to Briggs going back to the right, but Staunton doing a nice job staying home and able to stop Briggs there.
Yeah, again, they're getting pressure into the backfield, into the Roxana backfield there, and really not giving Briggs any room to run so far on 3 carries. He's got 2 yards. He picked up 2 yards on his first carry, and now back-to-back carries for 0.
Just shy of the original marker. It's second down and 11, and they'll hand it off inside, and nowhere to go again for the Shells. Levi Wallace this time going to lose some yardage, about a yard or so. Back to the midfield stripe, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
All right, now the Shells not doing a good job of containment, and this Staunton lining up as playing a 4-3 defense here. And again, right now they're winning the battle of the line of scrimmage. They're getting hands on the ball carriers in the backfield, and that time Wallace loses a couple yards back to the midfield stripe. Not a lot of running room so far.
Shells and 2 receivers to the right side. Wingbacks left and right as Foss climbs under center, and he sends Briggs in motion to the right side. Now Levi Wallace moving in the backfield as a flag flies.
First penalty of the game.
They'll back them up 5. It'll be 3rd and even longer now. As they back it to the 45-yard line. Shells got to get inside the Staunton 40 to get a first down.
3rd and about 17 here, so we've already seen Foss be able to throw the football, and did it well in his only pass attempt, and certainly in a passing down here.
The difference, almost everybody knows he may throw here. So they'll probably bring some guys, and it looks like they are. Foss trying to throw some pressure, steps up in the pocket nicely and gets the pass off, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. It looks like Briggs with the catch near the sidelines, and he gets into Staunton territory, but stops shy of the 45.
Yeah, that was good containment there. They weren't going to give up anything deep. They were very willing in that nickel defense to go ahead and give up something short. They were able to do that, and very minimal gain there of about 4 yards, but it's still going to be 4th and long, or actually 8 yards on the play.
Nice job by the young quarterback, though, getting away from the pressure and just getting that pass off. Shells to punt it away, and Briggs almost gets it blocked, and now he's run into.
Yep.
There's going to be a penalty on the Staunton Bulldogs as this ball rolls down inside the 10-yard line, but it's coming back.
Number 56, Logan Miller, and they're calling it the personal foul variety, so not the 5-yarder. So that's going to be a first down, and Roxana's going to retain possession of the football.
That's a huge penalty on the Staunton Bulldogs.
Really big.
Shells need to capitalize here.
Number 56, Logan Miller, and he was that close to getting a block, so really you can't fault him for the effort there, but he just, when you make that attempt to try to block a kick, you better make sure you get a hand on the ball, or you're taking a risk of running into the kicker. And then now you're at the mercy of the official, whether it's 5 or 15, and that one turned out to be a 15-yard variety.
And a big one as it pushes the Shells deep into Staunton territory, down to near the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 with 1:40 on the clock, and they'll hand it off left side, cutting back to the right, and picking up a few is number 8. And that's Jordan Arnell with the carry. And that's going to set up 2nd down and call it 7.
Nice patience there, though. Kind of a misdirection play once again where he's able to wait for the hole to open up. A minimal gain of about 3 yards, but he was able to get something out of it just by being patient and waiting for something to open up. It closed quickly, but he was able to get 3 yards.
2 receivers split wide right. Chance Foss under center, sends Briggs that way, and he takes a handoff. And he's got running room this time as he turns it up, and he's near a first down.
I think he got it. Just running that jet sweep.
See where they mark it, and they do. Mark it first down, and they'll move the chains. And the Shells may have to do this in the 2nd quarter as the clock down to under a minute. They'll have to hurry.
Oh, they'll get a playoff here. They're at the Staunton 21-yard line, and by far Briggs' biggest gain of the night so far. Only his 4th carry, though.
They send Briggs in motion again. He takes the handoff again, and he's got running room again. As he crosses the 25-yard line, he's taken down shy of the first down marker. But a good run again for Briggs. About 5 on the carry. Well, they'll say 4.
We got the 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up for the Shells as the clock continues to roll down to 10 seconds now left in the 1st quarter.
That'll probably be the last play, and they're going to let this thing run down.
So after 1 quarter, the Staunton Bulldogs leading the Shells 7-0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Quirk. 2nd down and 6 for the Shells, and they'll hand it off inside. Levi Wallace with the carry this time, and he'll pound it forward for a couple before being stopped. It's going to set up 3rd down at about 5.
Up a couple yards there, and I'm guessing again this is 4-down territory for Pat Keith. I think he just wants whatever he got there, just get a minimal gain and get his team set up with a 3rd and manageable here. And you got about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Under center, Foss will hand it off. Briggs coming around, and he is hammered in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And they definitely sniffed that one out.
Number 62, Caleb Nicely. Boy, he came around that right edge there just unblocked, and just Briggs looking at it, and it's like, hello, brick wall.
Right. He got up like he hit a brick wall, too, slowly as he heads back to the huddle, frustrated.
Oh, it's going to bring up a 4th down here, and I would imagine this would make it a 37-yard field goal, and looks like Pat Keith's going to leave his offense out on the field.
4th down and 9 coming up for the Shells, and I think they may go for a field goal here, Louis.
Oh, they are.
Levi Wallace set to attempt this field goal.
Well, when I say leave his offense out on the field, Wallace is part of it.
They snap it straight to Wallace, and he's going to throw, and he's got it picked off. Davis with the interception, headed down the sidelines. He'll fall near the sidelines at about the 30-yard line, and Staunton going to take over 1st and 10.
Well, it was a fake, and they tried to pick up the 1st down with Wallace out on the field, and when I said that they're leaving their offense out to go for it, Wallace is part of that offense, but he's also the kicker as well. Staunton was not fooled, and that one was picked off by number 6, Bo Davis, and comes up with our first turnover of the night.
So the Bulldogs with a 7-0 lead. They get the interception on 4th down, and they'll have it 1st down and 10 now, deep in their own territory. Ball at the 26-yard line. From the shotgun, Bruno Waite with Davis standing to his right. He's going to roll right. He's being pressured and will let it fly, and it is out of bounds, incomplete, I believe. We'll see if they're going to say incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down now for the Staunton Bulldogs.
Well, he caught the ball over there, but I guess they're saying he was out of bounds. It's on the far side. Staunton going from our right to left, and Staunton sideline. You know they're going to want to catch there.
10:23 on the clock, 2nd quarter action. 2nd down and 10 now, coming up for the Staunton Bulldogs.
I thought I saw it was number 60, Gage Brown, with the pressure for Roxana on Broom over there and forced him to throw that ball on the run.
Bulldogs, 3 receivers right side, going to try to set up a screen. Look at the Shells, sniff that out, and boy, they drop him for a huge loss there. Good defensive play there by Roxana.
And it was Arnell. And you know what? I don't think that was a pass. That was more backwards, so it was a lateral. Staunton was lucky that they didn't happen to lose possession of the ball there, because if that thing comes out, that's a live football.
Looked like they were trying to set up some kind of screen, and Arnell just barreling through there, and he's right on top of the receiver to drop him for a huge loss. Sets up
7.
3rd and 17 now. Broom pressured and dropped by the Shells, and 2 back-to-back defensive plays for the Shells, and the Bulldogs will have to punt it away now deep in their own end.
Sophomore Luke Curtis, number 52, with the quarterback pressure there, and he gets the sack, dropping Broom way back to his 10-yard line. And Staunton going to be punting here from their own end zone. Roxana's going to come up with terrific field position here.
Bulldogs got to be careful here, snapping it back to the end zone where the punter waits, and it skips to him. He's in trouble. Going to have to get it away, and he does.
What a
nice
kick.
job. And, man, this punt going to roll all the way down into Shell territory, down to almost the 40-yard line. That's an outstanding play by the punter.
That's terrific. That's by far the play of the game so far, because that looked like it was a disaster and just had a train wreck written all over it. To be able to have the composure to pick that thing up off the ground, get away from the pressure, and somehow get that thing off. And Roxana's still going to have good field position here, but they're on their own side of the field. They're probably thinking they should have great field position here, but starting with it at their own 42, not too bad.
I don't know how he got that punt
I have
off.
no idea.
Outstanding job. Shells with the football back, trailing 7-0, and they go right to Briggs. Look at that cutback, and a nice run by Briggs out to near the midfield stripe. They had him stopped in his own backfield, but that cutback picks him up some yardage.
Oh, that was, again, when you're running that jet sweep, sometimes it's all about patience. You got to wait for those lanes to open up, and you have to have the vision to be able to hit it when you see it, and that time Jordan Briggs does so. Nice 7-yard gain there.
Difference between second and long and second and short now, second and about 3. Briggs starting to find some seams after being bottled up early in the first quarter. He goes in motion again. They give it to him again. He's got a little running room, and he picks up a yard or so. It's going to be real close to the first down marker.
I don't think he got it, but he's going to be just shy, and they just crossing into midfield here to the Staunton side of the field. 8 minutes to go. Dennis flying along here. I didn't just jinx it, did I?
I hope not, Louis.
Hope not, too. Third and about a yard here, though, and very manageable. I feel like the way Briggs is starting to find some seams now, and I'm sure he's going to get the football here, although Levi Wallace is lined up in the backfield.
And a keeper for the quarterback, so Chance Foss will get it up for the first down. Good play call there as the young freshman picks up the short yardage for the first down.
You've seen this team since he's taken over at quarterback, haven't you? What are your impressions of the young freshman?
Matter of fact, we were at the ball game whenever Nick Hand got knocked out of that. And he looked a little shaky in that ball game, first time getting his feet wet, but he's much improved here late in the season. Here's a handoff to Briggs, and he'll find a little hole over the right side to pick up a couple out to about the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. That'll bring up second down, and we'll say 8.
Just little baby steps here, and close to 3 yards on the gain there, and starting to slowly find a little bit of rhythm here, because early on, Staunton was getting into the backfield and really not giving him any time to make any moves.
Foss under center, facing second down and 8. And the handoff right side to Wallace. He's hit immediately as he gets to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be third down and long coming up for the Shells.
Well, that time they were waiting for it, and Wallace had nowhere to go. Well, he did have somewhere to go, into a pack of white jerseys. That was about it.
Third and long coming up for the Shells now. They come to the line of scrimmage. They'll send one receiver split wide left. Wingbacks left and right under center Foss. Single back behind him. Long count the line of scrimmage. Now a whistle and a timeout called by the Roxana Shells. Timeout on the field. 6:01 left to go in the half. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork. 3rd down and 7 for the Shells after the timeout. They send a man in motion. They'll fake it to Briggs, and now Foss going to throw. Has a man downfield. There's Wallace. He's under it at the 10. 5 and touchdown. Wallace breaks free from the defender. I don't think they've seen that one coming, Louis.
No, and it looks like number 21, Zach Mundy.
Monday, huh?
Yeah, he was the one that made the catch there. And I don't know what happened with the DB there. I didn't get a number. Did you see a number on that? It looked like he broke his route, defensive route, and just let it go.
That's what I thought. It looked like he was fooled and just left the receiver. And my bad. I thought that was Wallace running downfield, but it was Zachary Monday. Now they're calling Wallace, Louis. I think you got it wrong. I was thinking you were right though. There's the extra point attempt. And it's up and good. And now tied at 7, the Shells and the Staunton Bulldogs. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork. It was Monday with the touchdown catch for the Shells, and we're tied at 7. Now the return, it's Allison. Allison's got some running room. Still on his feet, headed to the sidelines near the midfield stripe. Now he's cutting back and finally taken down at the 50-yard line. He got to about the 45 in reverse field and ends up at the 50.
He's had a couple of good run backs in this game, and that was a short kick. He took it at about his own 20-yard line. Was able to get it out to the Staunton 49. Like you said, a couple good cutback when he got on the right sideline over there to pick up a few extra yards. Good starting field position for Staunton. Brand new game now, 7-up.
7-7 our score. Bulldogs football. 1st and 10, and they'll say from the Bulldog 49-yard line. Now, the officials need a moment. They got it squared away, and here we go. Bulldogs send a man in motion. The handoff goes right side, hit at the line of scrimmage. Not much running room there. A pickup of a yard at most. And it looks like number 6 with the carry again for the Staunton Bulldogs. Bo Davis with the carry.
Not a lot of running room so far for the Staunton rush attack here tonight. Very minimal. Roxana's defensive line, holding up well so far here in this first half. Given up a couple of big plays in the passing game, but that's been pretty much it.
Straight drop back by the Staunton quarterback, Broom. Now he's going to scramble, and he's got some room. Into Shell territory, a nice move, headed to the sidelines. At the 30, breaks a tackle. Now 20, cuts back, headed across the field. He will go all the way into the end zone. An impressive run by the quarterback, Broom.
Dennis, that's got to be one of the runs of the year that I've seen. Man, was that impressive or what?
It was impressive.
That was pretty doggone good. The moves that what a great block here that he got, though, from number 3, David Vaughn, that was able to spring him down the sideline. Terrific block. And, boy, he just makes some cutbacks back into the middle of the field and just juked the Shell defenders right out of their cleats there.
Sure did. Straight drop back, then he heads right up the middle of the field. cuts to his left, gets that block, and then cuts back right all the way across the field. And the extra point attempt going to be no good, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt the Staunton Bulldogs, who now lead 13-7 over the Roxana Shells with 4:45 to go in the half. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. Shells set to receive the kickoff after the Bulldog touchdown. This is headed for an up man, and a big hop as it's picked up by Lavelle, who has to come up to get it. And he's in trouble around the 20-yard line. That's where the Shells will start 1st and 10. The dangerous kickoff there, a nice high one, kind of no man's land there, and it skipped up.
We had a lot of short kicks so far in this game, and again, I'm assuming that both teams, those are coming by design. But we'll see how the Shells now respond to Staunton's drive there. An impressive run by their quarterback to be able to give them the lead back again. But with the PAT missed, like you said, we'll see if that plays into effect here.
A freshman quarterback, Chance Foss, will hand it off over the right side. It looks like Briggs with the carry to pick up a couple, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Roxana Shells. Right to the bread and butter again, and they hand it off to Briggs coming from that wing back position on the left side.
And not a surprise there. 10 carries so far now in the game, and you would expect him to be in the 20s somewhere.
I'm going to say at least 10 or 15 more carries before this one is over. 2nd down at 8. Briggs in motion again. This time Foss going to throw, and he throws it out there in the flat. They make the catch there?
No,
incomplete. Trying to get it to Arnell. Incomplete. And it'll set up 3rd down at 8 there.
Yeah, can't really see with the Shell players up on the sideline here. It was tough to see, but it just kind of short hopped that one in there. It was good coverage on the play. It was going to be a minimal gain at best.
3rd down at 8 now for the Roxana Shells. Chance Foss, a freshman under center, sends Briggs in motion. Some movement up front. I think the Shells moved that time.
Was it that obvious?
It was that obvious. If I seen it, it's obvious.
Yes. If I see it, then that's the seal of approval. If we can both see it, then.
You know, we'd be good at being replacement referees, though, in the NFL.
Oh, we'd be good at getting everything wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works, isn't it?
3rd down, and this looks like, what, 14 maybe?
Somewhere in 13, 14 yards. Passing down here. It's a kind of a gray area, though. You want to be careful. You're inside your own 20-yard line, so you want to be careful of a turnover here. 3:55 to go in the half.
It's an Arnell in motion, and they're going to hand it off back inside on the counter. No running room there. A little trickery play they tried with the counter, and they don't get much. Good job by the Staunton defense again. A gain of a yard or 2 at most.
I think they were just wanting to be safe there and not, like I had mentioned, not turn the football over, not do anything crazy with it down here. It's a one-score game. They'll just take their chances and punt this thing away and hope the defense can make a stand here. If you're Staunton, they take a timeout here to stop the clock, preserve as much time as they can, maybe go into a little, there's 3:42 to go in the half, but kind of go into a two-minute drive mode here.
We'll take a break, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Minutes left here in the half, and with that timeout, got themselves set up nicely here for maybe one more drive before halftime.
And you'd like to manage the clock well here. Maybe use up most of it, if not all of it, and try not to give Roxana the football back here. Put together a scoring drive and go up by 2 scores.
Jake Broom ready to throw, rolling out, firing it, has his man, and near the midfield stripe, taken down there. And a good gain on first down. Set up a second down at about 4 as he gets to the midfield stripe.
Allison with the catch there.
Firing that one short. Allison just couldn't get his feet under him after making that catch. Allison will line up as a wing back on the left side. Broom back in the shotgun with 3 receivers left side. He's going to roll that way. Looking downfield, he may keep it now. Now he finally lets it go, and he has a man. That's Davis down the sidelines near the 40-yard line, and a first down for the Bulldogs. That'll stop the clock.
It's good patience there by really nice patience by Broom, because, like you said, he was thinking about taking off with it, and then when he just saw that there was really no place for him to go, just a nice little quick dump off, get the first down, and gets out of bounds. 2:54 to go, and they're in Roxana territory.
Bulldogs with a 13-7 lead over the Shells, and they'll send Holloway split wide right. From the shotgun, Broom waits with the back standing to his right. That's Davis. Now he'll fire it out to Vaughn. Vaughn headed upfield. Vaughn headed to the sideline. 20-yard line. 10, 5, touchdown. All the way down the sideline goes number 3, David Vaughn. And the Bulldogs with 6 more on the board.
Boy, that was just a little quick flanker pass out to the right out there. And, boy, did he turn on the jets or what?
That's what I was about to say. We've seen his speed. We've seen him carry the ball a couple of times, but he was in open field there. Man, he turned it on down the sideline.
Once he got down that sideline, it was going to be hard for anybody to catch him there. And problem is they scored too soon and left too much time on the clock for the Shells to get a score here before halftime.
That's a good problem, though.
Yes.
Putting points on the board.
Yeah, that's never a problem.
Here's Broom under center. Looks like they're going to go for 2. They send a man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He'll try to get around the end. Turns it up. That's Holloway pounding his way in. No, he is stopped inches from the goal line, and he runs into the pylon, and the PAT no good. So the score remains 19-7 in favor of the Staunton Bulldogs. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Laird alongside Louis Cork. The Bulldogs set to kick it to the Shells after another touchdown of 19-7. A short man will field it at about the 30-yard line. That's Levi Wallace. He cuts back to about the 35 where he stopped there, and the Shells will have it 1st and 10. And they'll have about 2:36 to go here before halftime, and the Shells would love to get some points here before halftime. Remember, they kicked off to start this ball game.
Yeah, it was a 7-7 game, but Staunton's put the last 2 touchdowns on the board. 12-point game right now, and Roxana would put it together a 2-minute drive here. They're at their own 36-yard line. Plenty of time on the clock. They have 2 timeouts left.
Foss under center now, movement right side. Arnell jumping off sides, and so
that's not the way to go, though.
That's not the way to go. They'll have to go 5 yards further now.
You hear this sound? Knock on wood. We haven't had a lot of penalties in this game. Let's keep it that way.
Is this wood? Well, it'll work, right?
Now that you gave it away, nobody that's listening could tell. But
oh yeah, we're on radio.
Exactly.
Well, we're on RiverBender.com too. And they got a camera right down there. They've been shooting up here in the booth, I think. So watch out, Louie. You might be on TV.
We're hidden in the bunker.
Foss under center, hands it off inside. Nowhere to go for the fullback. Not exactly sure who that is. Probably Wallace.
Yes,
it is.
Wallace. Minimal.
No gain.
Maybe gets a yard or 2 there, but that's about it.
I'm sticking with no gain. 2nd down, and we'll call it 13. Shells. Break huddle. Come to the line of scrimmage. They'll send Monday, split wide right.
Boy, they're letting a lot of time go here. I don't see any sense of urgency here, do you?
And now whistles blow again. This may be a timeout called here by the Shells. Yes, it is. Shell timeout. Didn't like what they see, and they'll take a break, and so will we. 1:50 to go before halftime. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
£29, man.
I put a roof at my car.
Just don't tell anyone you're pregnant.
I just really don't care. I like my little Debbie snack cakes. What can I say? Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. 2nd down and long for the Shells. They'll hand it off to Briggs. He's got some running room, but he's bottled up as he gets to the 40-yard line. They had a little seam there, but they closed in on him quickly.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was going to be able to spring one there, but it's going to bring up about a 3rd and got back to, I was going to say, got back to the almost the original line of scrimmage, but 3rd and 7, manageable here.
And the handoff back to Briggs, and they're all over him there for a loss. They sniff that one out. It's going to bring up 4th down. You think they'll go for it here?
I don't think so, but Staunton will stop the clock because they want the ball back and they want to score again.
1:16 to go in the half. Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is fair.
Briggs set to punt it away for the Shells. Plenty of time as he gets this one off. Takes a big roll down the sidelines and out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will start. It looks like from about the 33-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10.
That's good field position, and they got 1:09 and 1 timeout to work with. And we already know that their quarterback, Broom, certainly got some wheels, and he likes to get that ball downfield, so they'll be working the 2-minute offense here.
Bulldogs huddled on the sidelines. They're probably calling a couple of plays over there on the sidelines here for this drive. Here come the Bulldogs now. The entire team from the sideline, the offensive team. And they'll line up here 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Minute 16 to go. Jake Broom in the shotgun with Davis standing to his left. Got 2 receivers on the right side. He's looking that way. Some pressure. Broom in trouble. And he throws it away. He threw that ball near the sidelines. That's intentional grounding.
Yes, I do believe that one. I don't think he's going to get away with that one.
Nobody near him there, and that's going to be a flag against Staunton.
It's going to be lose the yardage. And it'll be a loss of down, if I'm not mistaken.
Mark it back 5 from the infraction of the foul. Looks like they still got 1st down. Now they flip it to 2nd down.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down, so.
They got a long way to go now.
Maybe not the urgency that they had on 1st down. Maybe they'll just keep this thing on the ground now. Roxana can only stop the clock 1 time, so Staunton can pretty much run 2 plays here and go into halftime.
Send Allison in motion. I'll hand it off over the right side to Davis, who's going to pound his way forward. A good run by him as he gets near the original line of scrimmage. Stop shy.
Well, he gets the penalty yards back here, and clock continues to run here, and I don't see, really no urgency here from Staunton now anymore. And Pat Keith might want to stop this thing, at least set up some kind of a punt block here, especially if they can get a stop.
3rd and 10. Broom with a straight drop back, fires over the middle, has Vaughn completed into shell territory, and a nice catch at the midfield stripe as he spins his way down to near the 45-yard line.
Boy, he's had a nice half. 3 catches, about 85 yards and a touchdown here, and now
they'll spike the football to stop the clock.
They
and
want
set up 2nd and 10.
Well, you want to keep that
seconds.
timeout. You want to keep the timeout just so you can use the middle of the field if you have to. You get something deep, maybe you set up a field goal attempt here.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs, who are in the huddle here with 21 seconds left to play in the half, leading 19-7 over the Roxana Shells. Taking a lot of time in that huddle. They want to get the right play here.
Well, they probably got 2 good plays left here before you can maybe set up some kind of a field goal. And a timeout to use as well.
Broom looking right side.
He's got a man.
Oh, almost picked off by Briggs as he comes in there late and makes a nice defensive play.
He did. Boy, he read it well. He came over from his safety position, was able to break up that play intended for Holloway there. Nice looking throw by Broom, but I don't think he saw Briggs coming into position there, and darn near got himself an interception.
3rd down now coming up for the Bulldogs. 16 seconds on the clock. Bulldogs spending lots of time in the huddle to make sure they got the right play here. And they'll put everybody in receiving formation. Now try to set up a screen, and they do so. Vaughn with the catch. Vaughn breaks a tackle. Vaughn headed right now and is stopped down near the 30-yard line. Now to 7 seconds, and that'll stop the clock because they got the first down. And now we'll see if the Bulldogs, yes, they will use their final timeout here with 7 seconds to go before halftime. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. And they're going to throw. Staunton on 1st and 10 has a man near the end zone, diving and incomplete. That is man down there, and that'll leave 2 seconds on the clock. He tried to get that to number 24, Christian Simonek. Incomplete.
Boy, they almost got him there, too. That didn't miss by, I'd say, a yard at the most. Almost came up with the long completion there.
It was a shot at the end zone there when you call it that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. He's diving into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Now one more play here to go to the end zone.
It's like they got 3 receivers stacked right side now. There's a throw down the left side again for Simic. Did he pull it in? I think he did.
He's got it.
Oh, he did. Touchdown. They go right back to Simonek down the left side, and 6 more on the board by the Bulldogs. And what a throw there, Louis.
Same guy, same situation. And that was double coverage, too. What a perfect throw from Broom right into the corner of the end zone, over the back shoulder where only his receiver can get the ball there. But what an impressive play that was. Man, these guys have put together a couple of plays here. Man, that's just a dagger to Roxana to give that up at the end of the half.
It looked to me like he had caught it, but I kept waiting for the signal from the officials, and they finally run over and called the touchdown. Now Davis will attempt the extra point. Snap down. The kick is on the way, and this one is good. And that will give the Bulldogs a 25-7 lead at halftime. We'll be back with third quarter action after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Citizens for Dave Hilla. Vote yes to retain Judge Hilla.
Wow. Show off your arms, left hand, show off your back, snap back and tattoo, snap back and tattoo. Nice whips, fly checks, all that. Gavin Miller production, who's that hang up, mommy make it roll. Once you pop like that for me, girl, get low. If your mama gave it to your baby girl, let it show. Once you pop.
Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold it.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
The first maid of honor is Ms. Taylor Danielle Vaughn. Taylor is the daughter of Dan and Brenda Donahue. Taylor is being escorted by Mr. David Shook. He is the son of Dave and Teresa Shook.
Still 3-0.
Our second maid of honor is Miss Mallory Aaron Wiley. She is the daughter of Greg and Charlotte Wiley. Mallory is being escorted by Mr. Ryan McCarty. Ryan is the son of Corey and Trace Williams. Our third maid of honor is Ms. Taylor Nicole Pyle. She is the daughter of Jeff and Tammy Pyle. Taylor is being escorted by Mr. Tony Caldwell. Tony is the son of Phil Caldwell and Leanne Lynn. Our fourth maid of honor is Ms. Paige Justice Constance Mitchell. She is the daughter of Steve and Nicole Mitchell. Paige is being escorted by Mr. Zane Ogg. Zane is the son of Steve and Nancy Ogg. Our 2012-2013 Varsity Homecoming Queen is Miss Megan Marie Zuckerbach. Megan is the daughter of Mike and Robin Zuckerbach. Megan is being escorted by Mr. Seth Ingram. Seth is the son of Terry and Sheila Gopher. That concludes the introduction of the 2012-2013 homecoming court.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Citizens for Dave Hilla. Vote yes to retain Judge Hilla.
Back to Roxana, Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork to start the third quarter. The Staunton Bulldogs kicking it away with a big lead. And the Shells with a nice return. Back to the 40-yard line. And that's where they'll start 1st and 10. Zachary Monday with the return for the Shell.
Well, they need to get something going here, down by 19 points here at halftime, and obviously giving up that touchdown on the final play of the half, not the way you want to go in to the halftime locker room, and I'm sure the Daubers were down a little bit, but we'll see what kind of adjustments Pat Keith and company have made, and they'll go at it here again offensively. It's a 7-7 game at one time, so still not out of this by any means.
And on the first play, a handoff right up the middle for the Shells to pick up a yard or two. Out near the 45-yard line. It'll set up second down. Well, they got more than I thought. They all the way up to the 45. So gain about 5 on the play. Second down and 5 coming up. (26-7). The Staunton Bulldogs lead the Shells. Shells with the football. Will send Monday split wide left. Foss under center. Sends a man in motion. That's Briggs. And they'll hand it off inside again. And not much running room on this play. And that'll set up third down. And third down and 3 now coming up for the Shells as they approach the midfield stripe.
Some carries here for Logan Reardon to start off this drive, too.
Some fresh legs in that backfield for the Shells. No, not really. We've seen him play a good game earlier this season. Arnell, though, with a handoff, and look at him go.
Good yard.
Arnell with a hole.
He might go.
He's at the 20. He's to the 10. And finally spun out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they're definitely using some fresh legs there. Arnell only had 1 carry for 3 yards in the first half, and Reardon with a couple there, and that time takes that one all the way down just the nose of the football at the 5-yard line, picks up 48 yards on the play.
I'll mark it down at the 3, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Briggs lines up as the left wing back. Under center, the quarterback Foss turns and hands it first man through. And he is stopped as he gets inside the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up second down.
It's Reardon again, so yeah, it was a carry for Arnell all the way down to the 3, so we'll give him 50, and Reardon loses a yard that time back to the 4. So important for the Shells to punch this in because it gets you right back in the game if you're able to score here. Get you within 2 scores, and you score quickly here in the third quarter.
Second and goal from the 4. Foss under center. Sends Briggs in motion. Hands it off up the middle. Bulldogs on top of him there, and now they're going to say loose football. The Bulldogs signaling they have it. We'll have to wait and see.
I don't know who the ball carrier was, but
looked like Reardon again.
Well, Staunton came out of there with it, but they're going to say he was down.
Oh, the Shells with a break there. Third down and goal now. They push it down to the 2-yard line.
I couldn't tell. What do you think?
Yeah, it was too much of a pile there to really tell.
Where's the instant replay booth at?
Foss under center. He'll hand it off and stop before he gets to the goal line. Look like Arnell again.
And he's going to be short of the goal line. Well,
now you're
imagine they're going to go for it here. Putting 3 points on the board would certainly help, but still, it'll get you back to within 2 scores here at 16, but then you'd have to get a couple of touchdowns and a couple of conversions. And they want the 6 here.
Foss under center. Sends Briggs in motion. He'll take the handoff. Briggs pounds his way into the end zone on a 1-yard run. Jordan Briggs. They go to the money man and they get the touchdown.
I'm surprised they didn't have him in there in any of that until 4th down here. I don't know what was going on there, but that time he was able to pound that one in, and they needed the 6 there.
Cuts the lead 26-13 now. The Shells will set up for the extra point as Levi and Wallace gets the tee placed. Foss to hold.
A 1-yard run for Jordan Briggs.
Here's the kick on the way, and it is good. They make it a 26-14 lead now in favor of Staunton. Take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Gord. We'll see the Shells kick it deep. No, they kind of squib it down the sidelines. It rolls to the sidelines and picked up near the 20 by Allison. Allison runs into trouble at the 20. Now cuts back nicely and gets to the 30-yard line. They had him bottled up near the 20, and he's able to skip free and get to the 30, and that's where Staunton will start 1st and 10.
Well, they did have him, and I think that the kick was meant to be angled so he doesn't have all that room on the field to run with, so they could set up their tacklers all in one area and just kind of contain him there. But somehow he was still able to break away from it. Well,
now
there is a hanky out there.
You know, right about where he got bottled up, he had a blocker there, and he may have held the Shell defender coming down the field. That's how he got away, Louis.
So never mind with that analysis then.
Yeah.
Because it means nothing.
It means nothing.
Instead of at the 30, they're going to start with it at their own 8-yard line. Ooh, a turnover here would really help the Shells.
Could really use a turnover here. 8:20 on the clock, third quarter action. As Broom under center sends Allison in motion, he'll take the handoff and he'll make his way across the 10-yard line up to near the 15, a good gain on 1st down.
And it was Bo Davis on the carry, yeah. If you're Roxana, you don't want to let him get out of this, wiggle out of this predicament here, or maybe you can force a 3 and out here, but 6 yards on first down, just what the doctor ordered for Staunton, not what Roxana was looking for.
Clock rolls down under 7:50, third quarter action. Broom under center. 2nd down and 4. They hand it off right side again. And stacked up there just across the line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down. That's going to set up 3rd down and short now for the Staunton Bulldogs.
Gets a couple of yards there. Is that Davis again?
I think it was. Bo Davis, the main carrier out of the backfield.
It's going to be about 3rd and 2 here. This is an important down here. You could force a 3 and out here. You get good field position.
Here's the pitch. Vaughn trying to get around the end. He's going to have to reverse field. Does so.
Oh, and he gets it.
And picks up a few extra yards by doing so to get the 1st down.
Man, that's a good run there because he had absolutely no place to go.
They struck him out all the way to the sidelines, and that little cutback was just enough to get the 1st down.
Picks up 5 yards on the play when it looked like he was probably going to get knocked down for no gain or a loss of yards, and somehow he had 2 carries for -1 yard in that first half.
But he had that big reception for the touchdown.
Well, he had 4 catches in the first half, so he was kind of the money man there in the passing game.
Broom from the shotgun fires it out to Davis, who's hit immediately but bounces off that tackler and is headed down the sidelines and still on his feet near a 1st down.
I think he got it. Well, they're marking him.
Oh, Davis took a pretty good hit there right after he caught it, but able to bounce off that tackler. Now they're going to say it was just short, 2nd down and inches.
Yeah, if you're looking at that from a Shell's perspective, got to do a little better job of tackling there. A couple of times where he was able to wiggle out of situations.
We'll see if they go to the big back here or 2nd and inches. He does get the call, and he does get the 1st down as he pounds his way out across the 35, and once again running over a tackler to get that 1st down.
He looks like he's kind of their horse here in the 3rd quarter.
Big kid, and he runs big, that's for sure. We've seen him run over a couple of tacklers. They've got him listed at 6 foot. 205 pounds. He's every bit of that. Lines up directly behind the quarterback, Kuhn, who sends a man in motion. Vaughn, who's going to take the pitch, try to get around the end. He will get around the end. Now cutting back. He is hit as he gets to the 40, spins off a tackle, and ends up at about the 43-yard line.
This kid's pretty impressive. I would think so. He's got some moves and picks up 8 yards on the carry there. And so far, depending on what happens, even if Staunton doesn't put points on the board here, this is a good drive for them because they started deep in their own territory, and most importantly, they're taking time off the clock.
Nearing that midfield stripe now as they break huddle. 2nd down, and we'll call it 3. Maroon turns, hands it off, 1st man through, and he's bottled up and stopped. Looked like the 1st carry of the night for number 33 that time. And that is Chaz Johnson, 5'9", 200-pound senior.
Yeah, he's going to drop a yard or so here.
They'll set up 3rd down and 4 now. And the Bulldogs taking their time, continue to run some clock. Now to 4:10, 3rd quarter action already.
Keeping it on the ground here. They haven't even attempted to pass the ball. May do so here.
There's Broom running out, rolling out and firing it downfield. He's got Holloway. Holloway with it, 1st down yardage. He works his way into Shell territory near the 45.
Done a nice job. 3rd down, another 3rd down conversion there in Holloway.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? If you never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is fair.
Of the game
is wide open that time.
Yes. Just a little rollout pass to the far side, and they convert on third down. They get a new set of downs and keep running that clock.
1st and 10 now, just inside shell territory. They'll hand it off right side, and some running room again out to about the shell 44-yard line. That's Chaz Johnson with another carry, that time for some positive yards.
Well, both teams using some fresh legs here in this third quarter, and you never can have enough runners, I don't think, in this game. And so we saw that with Roxana, able to put a touchdown on the board on a drive because they were able to use some fresh legs. Now Staunton doing the same thing in return here.
2nd down and 7. Coming up for Staunton. They'll send a man in motion. That's Vaughn. They fake the pitch to him. Rolling out is Kuhn. Firing it downfield as his man. Looked like Allison maybe down the sidelines there near the 30. Was Allison. Pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And they'll give him after about the 27, actually.
I'm impressed with this quarterback, the way he's able to roll out of the pocket and hit these receivers on the run like that. And good set of arms. They've used 5 different receivers in this game that have made catches. They've got a bevy of them.
That touchdown pass at the end of the half between 2 defenders was very impressive. That's a hard throw to make. Hit it perfect. Here's the pitch. Vaughn going to try to get around the end this time. They got him strung out nicely, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Good job of the Shells there as they string him out and work him out of bounds near the 25-yard line. That's going to set up a 2nd down and 4 situation.
9, 6, 9, 7, 4.
That looked like Vaughn on the just kind of stretches the play out, and you just try to look for a hole there to see if something opens up.
Shells did a nice job just pushing him out of bounds that time. They weren't going to let him cut back.
But he was still able to pick up 5 yards.
Well, actually, he gets 2 yards.
Oh, yeah, you're
2nd down and 8.
Right. I saw 5 up on the board. Never mind.
And a handoff over the right side, and not much yardage there, but enough to set up a 3rd down and short situation, 3rd and about 6.
And that's Johnson again, who hadn't touched the ball until this drive, and 3 carries now in the game, and probably 4 down territory, I would say.
It's like Johnson going to check out now, and I'm going to see who came in for him, but Chaz Johnson will check out after a couple of carries here in this 3rd quarter on this drive. Broom from the sideline with the play. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Staunton. Holloway split wide left. Another receiver on the right side, and here's Kuhn rolling out, looking down the middle.
Oh, that's a duck.
And it's almost intercepted. He got drilled as he let that one go, and that thing was a wounded duck, as you said.
Very much so. Broom's very fortunate that thing wasn't picked off. Probably should have been picked off.
I didn't see who got the pressure from the Shells, but outstanding pressure that time. And they keep Kuhn from completing that pass with that pressure from the Shells. It'll be 4th down and 5 now coming up.
I think there's an issue with the clock here. The clock continued to run on that incomplete pass, so I think we're going to maybe readjust a little bit.
Reset the clock?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, huh?
Well, they're getting a dirty look from the assistant coaches up here.
Fourth down and 5 now coming up for the Bulldogs. Holloway split right. Another receiver left side, man in motion is Vaughn, and Kuhn rolling out, going to set up the screen, gets it down the sidelines at a good gain. That's Bo Davis down the sidelines to pick up the first down.
Well, and another just a key conversion there, that time on fourth down. That's kind of been a bread and butter play within the passing department, just a little rollout to the right, simple little pass. Davis takes that one in and takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've had this ball since about the little over 8 minutes left, and we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. This is a long, sustained drive.
Very long drive, and they face first and goal now. Handoff left side, and there's the touchdown. Into the end zone goes Bo Davis, who did quite a bit of work on that drive, and he'll finish it off with a 5-yard run and 6 more on the board for the Staunton Bulldogs.
Well, that touchdown's just a killer of a drive for Roxana.
This offense impressive tonight against the Shells. Lots of weapons for the Staunton Bulldogs. We've seen them use all kinds of players, and with Kuhn at the helm, they're racking up the points here against the Shells.
They took about 8 minutes. They took 8 minutes off the clock on that drive. Just a long, sustained drive, 92 yards.
Davis for the extra point is through the upright and good. And with 40 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, 32-14 now in favor of the Bulldogs. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit.
Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. Bulldogs kick it away. Briggs going to have to chase it down near the 10-yard line, picks it up, and he's got a nice return, takes a big hit as he gets out to about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Shells will have it first and 10. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Well, the Shells will have time for maybe one play before the third quarter comes to an end. Trailing 33-14.
Just a time-consuming drive for Staunton.
There's a handoff. Briggs takes it, works his way across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Good run on first down for the Shells. It'll set up second down and short now. Second and about 3.
He only had 30 yards on 13 carries in that first half. Just not a lot of room for him to run the football, and you knew Staunton was going to key on him tonight.
Shells hurry up. This time they hand it off. Levi Wallace with a carry and nowhere to go. It's going to set up third down, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Clark as we get underway here for the fourth quarter, and the Shells able to pick up the first down. Jordan Briggs will pick up the 4 yards they needed for the first down, and the Shells will start the fourth quarter, 1st and 10. Ball just crossed the 40-yard line at the 41.
Well, he needed 4 and got 5.
Foss under center, Briggs in motion. They'll hand it off, though. Looks like to Reardon, right side, and he's stacked up after picking up a couple.
I think they might give him 3 on that. I'm going to give him 3.
Louis goes with 3. 2nd down and 7 now coming up for the Roxana Shells.
Well, they've got to get some urgency here now. You're in the last 12 minutes, so almost down to the 11-minute mark here. You need 3 scores. You got to maybe start throwing the football a little more.
I was going to say, I'd like to see this freshman throw it a few more times. He's been impressive.
Yeah, he's got a nice ball.
There it is. Fire across the middle, and he's got his man near the midfield stripe. Is that Reardon? I think he hit there.
Might have been a face mask.
Yeah, Reardon with the catch. Right in the middle of the field. That sets up 3rd down and 2 now for the Roxana Shells. Foss from the sidelines has the play. The freshman lines him up, sends a man. That's Monday.
This quarterback's 4 for 5 throwing the ball.
He's had a nice game. And the handoff goes to Briggs, right side. Briggs slashing his way through the hole and continues to stay on his feet up near another first down around the 40-yard line.
It's a good run. Gets about 8 there, but they do pick up the first down, but
clock's rolling.
That's it.
Rolling along. 10-13 and ticking. Fourth quarter action. They send Monday, split wide right again. We'll see if they go back to the air here, 1st and 10. Send Briggs in motion over there, and they're going to roll out. They're looking for Briggs. They try to get it to him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they were. I think the Staunton sideline read that one right from the get-go because they had a linebacker step up and roll out with Briggs there. Tried to get a little screen pass out there, and probably a good wasted down there. Stops the clock too. 9:52.
Not too often do the Shells send Briggs in motion to their right side. Don't give him the football. Once he went in motion and was out there in the flat, they were all over him. Monday split wide right. Under center, Foss facing 2nd down now. 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Briggs. Briggs turns it upfield, gets good yardage across the 40-yard line. But shy of the first down. We'll cut it in half almost. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Third down and 6 now for the Shells, and they're going to send 2 receivers split wide right. Monday in the slot. Single back behind the quarterback, Foss, who sends Briggs in motion. He's going to take the handoff, turn it upfield, and maybe close to another first down. I think he's going to be just shy.
Yeah, probably about a yard here. So maybe more, maybe 2. Give him about 4 there. It's going to be 4th and 2. You know they're going to go for it, and foregone conclusion.
4th down and 2 coming up for the Shells now. All the receivers to the short side. That's the right side, and they'll give it to Briggs. Briggs stopped in the backfield, but turns it up.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he got it.
Down. They slowed him down just enough, and I think they may have stopped him here.
Where they're going in with that mark, I don't think he got there.
Looks like he's shy, and they'll turn it over to the Bulldogs here. And we'll get the football back, leading 33-14. 8.5 minutes left to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Gets underway here. Second down and 9 coming up for.
Ball carrier there.
Not sure. I think it was maybe Johnson again.
Thanks.
It was Chaz Johnson on the carry. Now it looks like Davis back there.
Yeah.
And Kuhn takes his time at the line of scrimmage. He's going to send Vaughn in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He'll try to get around the corner and chase down near the sidelines. The Shells string him out again nicely. That's going to set up 3rd down.
And that was Vaughn on the carry, and it's important for Staunton. They're going to run the ball here because they want to run the clock, but stay in bounds. That's the big key for them. Stay in bounds and let that thing keep going.
And now facing 3rd down and 8. They need a 1st down to keep this drive alive, so they can continue to run that clock. Staunton taking as much time as they can as they come to the line of scrimmage. Holloway split wide right. Kuhn under center. Send a man in motion. That's Allison. The handoff goes up the middle. Nowhere to go there, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So Staunton probably going to punt it away here.
Yeah, it's just pounding your big guy. That's Davis with a couple there, but I don't think they're really too concerned about throwing the ball, obviously. They just milk the clock and take as much off here and punt it away.
Well, the Shells stop them. And now they'll have to punt it away. Jordan Briggs waits back near the 30. And a punt that was punted away from Briggs and takes a huge Staunton roll down to near the 20-yard line. About the 22-yard line is where the Shells will take over. They trail 33-14 with just over 6 minutes left in this ball game.
Well, if you're Roxana, maybe try to at least get another score on the board here. It's going to be awfully difficult to get 3 touchdowns now, down to 6:15 to go in this game, and got to go darn near the length of the field here at their own 22. So at least get another score on the board, maybe make this a little more respectable. Go for an onside kick, you know.
Respect's important at this point. You know, you got to have something to talk about at homecoming.
Sure.
Here's a throw down the field.
Nice
Look at that. Another nice pass. Monday underneath it and all the way down to the 30-yard line. And, boy, Chance Foss has been impressive tonight.
I'll tell you what, I'm just surprised that they haven't let this kid throw the football a little more tonight. Boy, that was a nice-looking spiral. Again, over the back shoulder. It was good coverage. It was really good coverage, but it was over the back shoulder and only in a spot where the receiver can catch the ball.
Nice job by Mundy, looking over his shoulder to pull that down with some pressure on him. And now a flag flies on the sidelines over there.
Sportsmanlike, I think.
Mm-hmm. They may tax him onto this one. That's going to put him. That's going to put him down there inside the 10 probably. And
that's 49 yards to Mundy. He's got 2 catches for 94 yards in this game. So
you got to take a shot at the end zone here.
Sure. No doubt.
Let the freshman air it out.
Now you're at a point where you get a quick score here. Now you know that this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted to get chunks of yards here and move the football without taking much time off the clock. So
Foss under center. Single back behind him. Now Briggs in motion. And they'll give it to Arnell the other way. He's got running room. Breaks a tackle. Headed toward the end zone. Is stopped shy as he crosses the 5. But a good run by Jordan Arnell.
Yeah, you know, I thought he was going to get in. And darn near did. Gets it down to about the 2-yard line. And almost broke that last tackle, and he would have gotten in. That would have been ideal to get a touchdown within a minute.
First and goal, Shells. And they give it to Briggs. He'll turn it up. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Jordan Briggs. The Shells put 6 more on the board. That's the lead to 33-20. 5:45 still left to go in this one.
Well, that was the best case scenario. I had mentioned that it was going to be tough for them to win this game because you're going to figure they're going to have to move the ball down the field methodically, and they're going to wind up they're just not going to have enough time. Well, when you can start stretching the field out like that and score within a minute, that works out terrific for you.
Maybe go for 2 here. I don't know.
Yeah, they might get it to within 11.
Yeah, and then that way you need another 8 and a field goal. They're going to pull it out. But it looks like Wallace going to try the extra point. Here's the kick. Up and on.
I don't know if he got it.
Good.
Yep.
To make it a 33-21 ball game. Now in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court looking for the onside kick here, and a good one, but the Staunton Bulldogs going to jump on that one. Not sure if that went 10 yards, but they're going to
I don't think so.
They're going to say Staunton got it. He kind of leaped forward to catch that, so about a yard difference is all.
Well, they're allowed to touch it anywhere. I mean, they can literally, you know, they have to line up 10 yards away, but they can take that thing wherever it lands and get a hand on it. Obviously, the kicking team's got to wait 10 yards. And I don't. Yeah, that was. It looked like it was.
They marked it a yard shy. So
number 17, Tyler Menard, the one that made the play, and yeah, he got it a yard before the line of scrimmage. So
5:45 on the clock. Bulldogs with the football, and they got to go to work now and run some clock. Didn't run much last time. The Shells marched right back down and scored.
Well, that's their objective. I mean, they just want to take clock off and keep that Shells offense off the field.
Pitch to Allison, trying to get around the corner. He'll turn it up, and he'll get his way into Shell territory down to about the 35-yard line. Allison with some speed there, burst as he gets around the corner.
And that's his first carry of the night, so there you go. You've got, something else that you can use, someone else that you can use, pardon me, with some speed. It's the playmaker,
35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Staunton Bulldogs. They get a first down. Now they'll turn and give it to Davis, left side, who's hit and stopped after picking up a yard. It'll set up 2nd down and 9.
But again, you've got speed guys that'll get you the big yards, and then you use your big gun and horse there with Davis to get the little stuff.
Shells have to stop the clock. We'll take a break. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. Staunton after the Roxana timeout, facing 2nd down and 9. Kuhn will send Vaughn in motion. He's going to throw. Cut off, though, by the Shells defender. He's going to have to roll the other way. He's going to pick up positive yardage. Another nice move.
Oh,
down
man.
the sidelines and gone. You see that, Juke? That's the 2nd time tonight we've seen a move from the quarterback, Kuhn, and he scrambles down the sidelines for the score, and that's going to put this one away, Louis, I think.
Man, I guess he needed an encore. For, after that first one, and you were amazed at the 50-yard one. That one, man, he's got some quick legs.
I think that defender for the Shells, I didn't catch who it was, but he's putting his socks back on after that move.
I was too busy watching the quarterback there. That was impressive.
Little move at the 20-yard line sends Kuhn to the end zone. He gets ready for the extra point. Bo Davis to kick, Kuhn to hold. There's a high snap. He gets it down, and the kick is no good. High snap there, and the extra point attempt no good to leave the score at 39-21 in favor of the Bulldogs. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. Bulldogs kicking off again. Shells receiving at the 30-yard line. And they'll work it up to across the 40-yard line where they'll take it 1st and 10. That time on the return, number 21 for the Roxana Shells. Zachary Monday with a touchdown tonight. And he'll set the Shells up at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, if the touchdown at the end of the half wasn't a semi-dagger, that run there by Broom, that definitely was a dagger.
And here's Foss rolling out in trouble in the backfield, and he'll be sacked there. A loss on the play.
And that's a sack taken down there was Foss. Kind of in desperation mode here, the Shells now for sure.
2nd and 15 coming up for the Roxana Shells now.
That's their first sack of the night, believe it or not.
Some of the fans start to exit.
Not on the visiting side.
4 minutes to go. They get a long drive. Here's a throw and incomplete pass from Foss. He fires it out here, trying to get it to Zachary Monday, who's got a couple catches tonight. 3rd and 15 now for the show.
Well, do you have an 18-point play in your playbook there, Dennis?
Ooh, somebody's got one of those. They're going to be rich.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Don't leave it to me. I can't even beat Madden.
I expect you to unveil it on the comedy show tomorrow morning. How about that?
Everyone tune in for that. Of course, it's already over by the time I hear this.
Right. By the time you're listening to this, you'll be long gone from that.
So we can just pretend I come up with it.
Exactly.
No, there's not an 18-point play, but there is a penalty on the play. Illegal motion against the Shells, so kicking themselves here on this drive.
4 penalties on Roxana, only 20 yards, so they've only had 4 5-yard penalties on the night. Staunton, on the other hand, 4 penalties for 50 yards. It hasn't been too bad here as far as the Yellow Hankies are concerned. But not the time of the game, if you're Roxana, that you want to start going backwards. 3rd and 20 now.
Foss under center, the freshman rolling out left. Firing it out there, and Briggs with a catch, almost lost it. Gets it back, and he's stopped after only picking up a few. Juggled that ball, and it cost him a few yards, but
that was pretty good. That was pretty impressive. Of all that, he gains, what, 3 yards?
Yeah, something like that. So 4th down and forever now for the Shells, and they'll take a timeout. We'll take one, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
6 years ago, medical malpractice insurance rates in the Metro East were rising, and people worried their doctors might leave.
Madison County judges instituted an innovative mediation program that has helped people resolve cases more quickly on their terms and cut the cost of lawsuits. Mediation works because it provides both the patient and the doctor an opportunity to speak and listen to each other.
This successful program is another way we're working to make our courts better.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Welcome back to Roxana. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. Shells going for it on 4th down, and it's picked off. Headed the other way are the Bulldogs. They're going to take this one all the way down. No, they're going to be pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That's Chaz Johnson with the interception for the Bulldogs.
Well, whatever play they drew up there, that was, I didn't see the number on the receiver. He didn't even turn around. So there was definitely some miscommunication there. No miscommunication with Johnson. He read it perfectly.
Right, yeah, he was wide open. But
he almost took it to the house.
The young freshman looked like he may have rushed that pass a bit because, yeah, as you mentioned, the receiver's not even looking back yet.
And you just took a timeout, so you wonder where the miscommunication came in there. Either the quarterback read the wrong play there or the receiver ran a wrong route. But any way you look at it, Staunton set up here now with a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
3:39 left on the clock. 39-21 lead for the Bulldogs as they come to the line of scrimmage. Broom, the quarterback, with a full house backfield behind him. And they'll hand it off to Vaughn. He's got some running room left side. Turns it up. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Vaughn. And another 6 on the board for the Roxana Shells. David Vaughn with the touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
Well, that's a rushing one. He had a receiving touchdown earlier in the game, so using a little shiftiness there to go 9 yards and take advantage of the turnover and get a quick score on the board.
Bulldogs up 45-21 now. They'll set up for the extra point. Broom to hold. Bo Davis to attempt the extra point. Snapped down this time, but blocked at the line of scrimmage. And another missed PAT.
That one was blocked.
45-21 our score. Triple threes left on the clock, fourth quarter. We'll be back after this. You're listening. 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Citizens for Dave Hilla. Vote yes to retain Judge Hilla.
Welcome back to Roxana, Louis Court along the side. Dennis Laird here. And the kickoff from Bo Davis going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. It's Monday with a return, and he'll work his way all the way out to the 41-yard line where the Shells will take over first and 10 with just over 3 minutes to play in this ball game. 3:27 to be exact.
Got a little excited there when it was 33-21 and still almost 6 minutes left in the game, and the Shells could have recovered that onside kick and punched it in. Now you got a ball game, but Staunton with a couple of quick scores. And again, you got a young quarterback in here. Let him continue to work, move the ball, try to get another score here before the end of the game.
Man in motion is Reardon. They'll hand it off right side. Levi Wallace, nowhere for him to go, and that's going to set up second down and 10. Yeah, I'd like to see him go down the field again. We've seen this young freshman fire one down the field earlier that was impressive, over the shoulder catch. And why not air one out?
Got nothing to lose.
3 minutes to go in this one. As they break huddle. Shells to the line of scrimmage, facing second down and 9. Man in motion is Reardon. He'll take the handoff and turn it upfield and pick up a couple up to about the 45. It's going to set up third down and long.
Give him 4 there.
Sets up a third down and 6 situation. And they've got to get just into Bulldog territory to about the 49 to get the first down. Clock continues to roll. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. There's a snap in the handoff. Over the left side this time. Not much running room there. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down with under 2 minutes to play.
A new ball carrier there, number 14, Alec Ravel.
He does some kick returning for the Shells. A freshman from the sidelines with the play. Chance Foss, young freshman quarterback at 5'8", 140 pounds, climbs under center. Single back behind him, and they'll fake it to Reardon in motion. Now the pass dropped by Levi Wallace, and he should have had that one at the midfield stripe. That would have been a first down.
When it hits you in the hands, and you put 2 hands on the ball, you should bring that one in. That's you see how many classic situations where you see where you turn before you have the football and you take off upfield. You got to have the ball first minutes before you can make a play.
Almost any sport you see that happen. You know, the pass or something coming to them, and they
look the ball into the hands, or otherwise it's all for naught.
Take off before they actually make the catch. Pause action here. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Here we go. And on first and 10, the Staunton Bulldogs will take a knee and get the clock rolling down to under a minute to play. Minute 5 as the clock continues to roll here, and they're just going to take a knee a couple of times, Louis, and that'll be the ball game. An impressive game tonight for the Staunton Bulldogs, racking up 45 points against the Roxana Shells.
Yeah, just take a knee here, and that'll do. Well, you'll probably take another one here.
45 points on the board for the Bulldogs, and our Mungan-ass player of the game, Louis. How about the quarterback for the Staunton Bulldogs? What a night for him.
Well, he threw for over 250 yards here tonight, 12 of 17, threw a couple of touchdowns, rushed for a couple of touchdowns. And I'd say Jake Broom's a worthy selection here tonight.
Jake Broom, our Mungan-ass player of the game. That's the final snap there. 45-21, our final score. Stay tuned for Fighting Illini football coming up next here on Z1570. For my partner, Louis Carr and Dennis Laird, saying have a great evening, everybody.
The Roxana Shells, 21. Everyone drive safely.